gentlemen, our main event of the night. First, we have Stanlee, Big Country Wilson, fighting out a body fit Jim Maidenhead coming out, fighting out the blue corner. I mean, Stanlee, he's fought on the BBFS Fight Series show before. He's well known around these sides. He's the K1 he's fought boxing, bare knuckle. He's done it all really. You know, it's going to be a fantastic fight tonight.
Stanlee Wilson, no stranger to the cage or the ring. To say he's an experienced guy. You know, last time out he lost against the K1 guy, you know, K1 fighter. So that's English, just literally fought. So that was for the vacant K1 title. Let's see if Lady Luck's on his side now for the boxing heavyweight title. Stanlee trains hard and always brings an army of fans with him. Great
Gotta
spirit
love Big Country.
Put your hands together for his opponent, Mark the Axeman Alexander!
Introducing the reigning, the defending heavyweight boxing champion, BBFS boxing champion, Mark the Axeman Alexander from Blackbeard MMA in Slough. Tell you what, this is going to be a great fight. Both these guys hit hard, they hit heavy, and we know from experience from both BBFS Strikers Night Show and BBFS Fight Night Show that when it comes to boxing, heavyweight action, the Axeman, when the Axeman's in the house, he lets those hands go and people will go up. Mark's been training really hard for this fight. He's in shape and he's looking to bring that title back to Slough.
Heavyweight boxing title belt. In the blue corner, fighting our Maidenhead, Body Fit Gym and SWS, Stan Big Country Wilson! And his opponent in the red corner, fighting our Slough Blackbeard MMA, Mark the Axeman Alexander!
Wow. Fantastic support here for Mark.
Our referee, Chris Bachador.
Stanley's a maiden man, but it looks like Mark Alexander's brought the whole of Slough with him. Both these guys are familiar with each other. They've obviously trained together in the past, but you know, friendship aside, this is sportsmanship at its best. Off they go. Don't blink for this one, guys. Mark Alexander seems the taller of the two fighters, would use his reach advantage. Stanlee looking to get past that jab.
He's been quite patient here, Stanlee. Mark just, you know,
I think expect Stanlee to explode when he gets a chance. The weaving's there. I think he's going to bait Mark into something.
Oh, I saw the uppercut there.
Big hook there by Mark Alexander.
I think Mark just needs to keep his hands up a bit. Ooh, clash of heads there nearly. Nice jab.
Jab nicely. Big hook there. I tell you what, Stanlee, if he connects with that swinging punches.
Body shot there.
I think that's what he's going for. He's going for that one big knockout punch. Nice head movement by.
You know, Mark leaves his head in one position. He needs to move his head. There's no head movement whatsoever. Mark Alexander going for the 1-2 there with double jab cross even. See,
Big Country's going for a big swing.
yeah, I mean, at least with Stanley Wilson, he's going for the body, then he's going for the head, right? And he's caught Mark Alexander a few times.
Yeah, Big Country's been quite patient. I think he's looking for kind of a clear opening. There are a few openings there, but I think he's looking for that kind of, he's been patient.
You're right, there's he's biding his time, and you know what, in essence, he's actually saving energy as well, which you know. And let's face it, these big guys need that, you know, especially in these 2 5-minute rounds. I beg your pardon. What do you think, Fuzzle, Mark Alexander's corner is telling him there?
He's got to throw a couple more combinations. Right now, he's just throwing single jabs. I would say to him, follow it up with something else, because Big Country's moving a lot more. He's a bit more sprightly, moving his head a bit more. And Mark Alexander, like you say, when he throws that jab, his head's still stuck in the same place.
And also that he's a standing target for Stanley Wilson. Should he wind one up and, you know, throw a hook, whether that's to the body or the temple area.
I reckon he'll probably throw one to the body first. He could catch Mark Alexander to the body.
Anyway,
and then follow up with the head.
Second round in this heavyweight title bout. Big hook there by Stanley Wilson. Cuts the corner off beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, Big Country's come out a bit more urgency in this round. He's coming forward.
I mean, Mark's not really stepping in as much with the punch. He's coming up a little short for the man with the range.
He's been cautious. He's been really cautious. He needs to let those punches go.
They only want 2s at the minute. I mean, on the inside, right, the smaller man, when Stanley Wilson throwing the uppercut, he's throwing it.
He's throwing caution to the wind a little bit here, Stanley.
That's better. I mean, Mark's there, they're coming forward, they're a lot better with 1-2.
He's got good head movement as Big Country. Lovely bait there to the overhand, to the high hook even.
Stanley's going to hook to the body and then go uppercut to the head.
Well, you better not start blocking too much with his head, because if one catches him, it could be all over.
Let's set the pace, come on. Bring it up. 1-2, 1-2. Body head, body head, body head, body head, body head. Stand this way.
Ooh, not sure what happened there.
Stanley's not even looking at him.
Yeah, I mean,
Some
showcase
showcase
there. I'm
whether
not sure about that really.
whether that's confidence or he's hurt.
No, I think that's showboating a little bit. That's confidence there.
A good uppercut there from Mark.
He's got his hands right. Look at that. Mark Stanley doesn't even have his guard up. So Stanley, Big Country, didn't have his guard up right at the end. Not phased.
Second round in. I mean, Mark's looking tired.
He is, yeah, but I mean, Big Country, I'd like to see him less of that showboat, to be honest with you, and then really get down to it. If he can, finish it. You know, I think he's kind of, I'm not sure what he's kind of relaxed, taking it easy.
He is, because what he's doing is you can see Mark Alexander's tiring,
Yes.
right? And when he's not making the eye contact, when he's just looking at him from his peripheral vision, he knows, you know, he's just biding this time. And I think it's actually a tactic on his end, to tire him out, to take him to championship rounds, like 4th round, 5th round, and maybe get the job done then. Yeah, don't be surprised if you see a few bombs come from Stanley Wilson in the latter rounds.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. You know, he just has to drag out Mark Alexander through to those 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds, and then he can just unload.
But like I said earlier, Shah, I think Stanley's got his hands down. I think one good punch from Mark he will see the canvas.
Cross, yeah, a strong cross could do the thing.
Ooh.
Bit more urgency
Yeah,
here now
step
with Mark
in.
Alexander. Using his range now. So he's hitting and moving, right? So he's not a standing target. So at least he's doing something right now.
But you know the way Mark Alexander's moving is circling out and backwards, not forward. And because of that reason, Big Country's he's actually marching him down, trying to tire him.
Yeah, I think, you know, they need to wait for the referee to stop them there, really.
Big hook to the head there by Wilson. We've seen that all night tonight. That's a signature punch.
There we go.
Good 1-2. And Mark needs to tee off on him.
Mark looks a little bit tired there. His balance is...
Is that a headbutt to the stomach here?
No,
I think his head movement has just caught Mark Alexander. Big uppercut and hook there by Wilson. Didn't do much damage. I think Wilson's tired himself now saying that. You know, it's very hard to tell.
No, I would like to see a bit more urgency from Big Country, to be honest with you. I think
he's going to go for it now.
yeah,
he's going to go for it next.
he needs to go for it. Yeah, he should make a statement here now.
He's made a statement. He's showing off,
Yeah.
and now he's just going to go for it. Nice jab.
Nice jab.
I think that round, Mark Alexander actually had a lot more success with that stiff jab of his,
Yeah, he did, yeah.
and a bit more sense of urgency. So whatever the corner team have telling him, you know, he's taken it on board. You know, he needs to be the more aggressive fighter, being the champion. But then saying that, you know, Stanley Wilson, he shows glimmers of brilliance with that overhand hook, which he throws to the body and the head. And you know, being the champion, you have to take it away from him. You know, you're not gonna just stand there, trade, catch your breath back. Because in the judge's eyes, that's not looking good. You have to dominate that fight and take it from him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I think Big Country needs to just kind of now get, you know, really go for it and get aggressive, you know, and show us why he, you know, wants to be or deserves a heavyweight title.
Alexander just doing what he did at the start of the first round. He's jabbing backwards. And
Yeah, oh, great move there.
Big Country's coming out firing all cylinders.
The great 1-2 there.
Big Country's got to stop blocking those punches with his head.
Both fighters tie up. Jab to the head, jab to the body there from Mark Alexander. Again going too short. Needs to step in more deeper with his punches. I like to see Mark pull his hand back. Because when he throws that jab back, he pulls it back. Pulls it back towards his waist. He should be pulling that back towards his head.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mark puffing away.
Not puffing away. He looks fatigued now.
Yeah, Big Country as well there. Needs to put some combinations together himself. Oh, from on the ropes. Ooh.
Big Country hanging on. Mark Alexander telling him to bring it. Big hooks there from Stanley Wilson. Overhands.
You know, Mark's taken quite a few of those hooks to the chin.
Oh, nice.
I think that beard has definitely
Stunned him there.
got something in it.
tell you what, Big Country's brave. They're just coming forward with his head there, hands down.
I think I actually think Mark did a really good job there, keeping him back.
Yeah, I mean, didn't let him get on the inside,
No.
and that's where Stanlee Wilson's actually strong, on the inside. So, some tactical tactics going on there.
Well, you know, the strategy I think Wilson was trying to play was to tire him out, like we said earlier on, and then in these rounds try to capitalise. But Mark's been in there, you know, he's fired off that jab quite a few times. I think he's caught Wilson by surprise.
Yeah, we're now going into the 5th and final round now, I believe. And
It's now or never.
this is it. So I actually thought Stanlee Wilson may have decided to put the pressure on a little earlier in this round, to say. He's looking for that big shot, and it's not going to come. And when he throws it, right, you almost think something's going to come of it, but nothing doesn't. But he doesn't follow it back up again.
Well, he doesn't set it up either.
Yeah, he just comes in and throws. He's relying on his footwork, his head movement, and obviously, you know, getting on the inside of the larger man, which is great, from a textbook basis. But what he needs to do is really go for gold now. And if Mark Alexander wants to hang on to this title, he needs to really exert the dominance now as champion. So we're in the final round here of this BBFS heavyweight boxing
Mark's
championship.
come out then, great 1-2.
Wilson's shown
country
he can eat these punches, but you know, it can't be good in the long term.
I just want, you know, I mean, his head's there for a cross from Mark, but you know, he's got good movement.
He's trying to set up that uppercut and the hook, rolling in.
Trying to showboat, trying to make the big man make a mistake.
Nice job, nice.
But
Good jab there from Mark, doubling up as well.
I mean, Stanlee Wilson is just blocking with his head.
I mean, it shows you're tough, but you're eating with your head, which is the wrong thing to eat with.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to kill brain cells. But
That's better, gloves up.
I mean, heavy hooks there from Stanlee Wilson to the body.
This is it. Dave's really got to dig deep now, Wilson, otherwise Alexander's taking this.
Yeah, I think for being the champion, you've got to take it from him. And I'd like to see Stanlee Wilson be a bit more aggressive in his stand-up, you know, coming forward.
Let's go! Let's get that power up now. Come on! Throw that rock!
He's missed. I think Wilson's strategy's backfired. I mean, I could talk earlier. I might be too early. It's not the end of the round yet.
Big
Last
swinging
10
punches.
seconds, I think.
Last 10 seconds.
Wilson trying
Who wants
this.
That's it.
Who do you think won that?
Let's go, boys, coming in. Red corner, let's go. Guys, put your hands together for both fighters, please. Winner by unanimous decision, the red corner, Mark the X-Man Alexander!
Mark, another war, another battle. Yeah, how are you feeling, Mark?
Yeah, I feel okay, yeah. Bit of a strange set of circumstances for us. We're such good friends. Probably two good friends. I don't know, maybe we're two good friends. But we had a nice little rumble in there.
You say friends, how did this fight come about?
I don't know. Money. I don't know. I think Norman Khalid offered him the fight and then asked me after. I spoke to Stan. Stan didn't want to take the fight because he said he loves me too much. So that's why I respect him. Yeah, he's a friend. And we didn't want anyone to get hurt in there. We just wanted to have a good punch up with each other.
Fair play. What's next for the Axeman?
Retirement. Retirement. They're calling for it. Retirement. People like Stan should be in here, not me. That's it. That's me finished. Stan, it's for people like Stan, not me.
So, is that the official retirement of the Axeman now in boxing? Because I have seen a few videos floating about in K1 where you're kicking pads and whatever. So,
there's no way I'm fighting to Das, is there? Let's be fair. He's an animal. No, look, I only took it because it was against Stan, and Stan was offered whatever he was offered, and it's a privilege to get in the cage with him. To be quite honest, he's fought at such a higher level than me. It was just a privilege. It was all it was.
That's great. And lastly, I mean, how has training camp been for this fight?
It's been a bit hit and miss. I've done my back, I've done my finger. I'm just old, Shah, just old. Yeah, it's all been good though.
Fair enough. Is there anyone you'd like to thank, finally?
Yeah, please. Can I thank, as always, Norman Khalid, my day one coach. Massive thank you to Brian Orr, who taught me actually how to hold my hands up. Massive thank you, Mick Conley. Beat me up for 6-7 weeks continuously. My training partner is always Dan Gout. My newer trainer partner, Peter Urban. And all my family, friends, my wife, everyone. Thank you very much. And most of all, Stanley, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put it together for your reigning BBFS heavyweight boxing champion, Mark Alexander. Stanlee Wilson, can I have a few words, please? Stanley, it's always a pleasure to see you fight here on BBFS. Last time out, you came up against Tadas in a K1 bout, and again today, you stepped up to the boxing heavyweight title fight. How are you feeling, and where do you go from here?
I'm not too sure, mate. I'm going to go home and spend some time with my kids and my wife. I found it really hard to get motivated to fight Mark. Me and Mark are very close. Even whilst we was fighting, I didn't want to throw a shot. I don't know what to say. That weren't me fighting tonight. I think it was a bit too much of a close friendship to be fighting friends.
How difficult is it to prepare for friends? I mean, you see it in everything from the UFC right the way down, where people have, and it's normally a story of people have split up, they've changed camps, and there's a lot of rivalry there. How hard or how easy was it to differentiate the friendship aside to actually getting in the cage or the ring and fighting against Mark?
Well, me and Mark trained together a few times, so we was each other's sparring partner for this. That weren't the case. When the bell went and I see Mark over there, I see shots I could have thrown, I didn't want to throw them. That's what it comes down.
That's fair enough. That's awesome sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your worthy runner-up, Stanlee Big Country Wilson. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much for tonight. You've been a pleasure to work with. It's always great having you here. Please, when you leave safely. Please use minimal